Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Wayfarers of the South Tigris. This is one that my wife surprised me with for Christmas, along with the South Tigris metal coins. So I'll include a look at those in the video as well, so you can see if they're worth going and picking up. I don't know if they may only be available on the Garphill Games website. I guess I'm not sure if there's other places to get these as well. I'm sure there'll probably be some at some retail locations, I would guess. But these are some pretty cool looking coins. Kind of got a different look to them. Now I don't remember what the I don't think they are anymore, but originally they were including metal coins in the Raiders of the North Sea base game, without any specialty. But now I don't know that they're doing that anymore, and I know those are pretty cool. And I think there's even a metal coin set for the West Kingdom trilogy as well, which are pretty cool as well. So I think they have a very solid look to their coins, kind of an older look. And this one's actually, I think, the first game I have from Garphill Games that is the kind of Ticket to Ride sized box versus their typical smaller box size. So they changed that with this one. I really love the artwork of this one. This might be my favorite artwork by a Garphill game, I would say. But I'm really excited for this one. I really love everything Garphill Games puts out, and I've been told this one is kind of similar in difficulty to Paladins, and I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoy the brain burners that they create. So yeah, hopefully the symbology will be pretty clear. I know they do a pretty good job at that, so I'm guessing there'll probably be some new stuff compared to the West Kingdom series, but I'm hoping once I kind of have these down, whenever they put out the next two games for this trilogy, I'm hoping the symbology will kind of remain consistent. So looks like a longer rule book, but I think Garphill's typically pretty good with their rule books, so hopefully after a read through I'll be able to get this one to the table relatively quickly. And then we've got some of that really nice artwork. Definitely has a slightly different look to it than the West Kingdom games if you've played those. I really enjoy the look that they're kind of putting the stars and stuff into this one, which is really cool versus just having kind of landscapes and castles from like they did in the West Kingdom series. So yeah, and then you got kind of the provisions that they've had in the West Kingdom series, and you've got just the cardboard coins versions of the coins, which still look pretty solid. I would say this looks pretty comparable to the coins that they've had in the West Kingdom games. And so it looks like we've got kind of 4 sheets of this stuff. Got little boxes. Like I said, there's a lot of symbology in these games, but typically once you figure them out, it's pretty easy to follow typically. So I'm guessing the first few times through you'll probably have to look at the back of the rule book, but I do like that they always tend to put it at the back as well, a good iconography chart back here to really show you what each symbol means. And then we've got, I believe, is the board itself. This will be a setup that you're kind of going across throughout the game. I guess it's the middle of it. So this will have a little bit of a table presence. Definitely not. Just seems like recently we've been getting a lot of games to the table that just have huge boards, and this seems like it'll be a longer one, but not necessarily. I don't think it'll take up quite as much room on the table. So, and this is kind of scattered with a lot of different symbology. So hopefully it'll be pretty clear once we go through the rules and symbols as to what each of those means. But then we've got a few decks of cards here. And I struggle getting these open. And just from the look of it, we've got an insert in here. And sometimes when inserts are that detailed, I don't know. We'll have to end up seeing once I sort the stuff. But sometimes detailed isn't always a good thing in inserts. I've come to find. Then we've got some cards. You're going to kind of be making, I think part of the game is making a tableau with some of these different cards, and some are going to have kind of this space focus, I think. And then I believe, okay, so then we've got some characters as well, which I really love the characters. Really love the artwork on all their games. I think it's the Miko's artwork. He always does a really solid job, I've found. Even when, there's these some repeated characters, there still always seems to be enough different ones that it's really solid and a lot of fun to look at throughout the game. And then looks like they have kind of some similar card layouts to maybe a lot of the other games. Kind of reminds me of both a combination of the West Kingdom series and the some of the cards from Raiders of the North Sea, where you got kind of that cost payment up there as well. Although I think that's in the West Kingdom. Now I'm forgetting if it's in Architects. I think it might be. It looks like now we've got kind of the waterways as well that you're going to be using in your tableau. I think there's going to be kind of a combination of these and these cards that you're going to be putting together and completing symbols. I'm just really excited for this one. I don't know exactly all the rules to it, but whenever Garphill puts out a game, I'm excited. So I can't wait to get this one to the table, and the artwork in this one is just so solid. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like we've got one more set of cards here. Let's see if I can get it open. I'm struggling mightily. But yeah, what do you think of inserts being too detailed or not detailed enough? Sometimes I find it's just easier to put things in bags, depending on what you're putting away. Then we've got some of these cards here. So it looks like these are all kind of similar pieces of map here, it looks like. And we've got another layer of different landscapes. Yeah, I really like the looks of these. This is more of the land, mountainous areas. So we had kind of the sky and the waterways, and now we got the land. Yeah, the use of colors in this game, it's really solid. I'm guessing that's some solo stuff maybe as well. Yeah, so that's all the cards in this game. Then I think the one thing for this trilogy of games was that they were supposed to be more dice-driven. Heard some people say that they wouldn't say that this is the most dice-driven game, but it does look like there are dice inside of it, and they picked some solid colors, I think, for the dice that are being used. So, and I think they're just the right size. I'm trying to think of, I have the first edition of Circadians, and I know the dice in those when they're pretty small, but now I'm wondering if they're not the same size as these. I think these might be a little bit bigger than that. But I haven't played that one in a while, so I can't quite remember. And then last but not least, we've got some wooden pieces here. Looks like of the different player colors, and then we've got some meeple looking guys of some different colors as well. We got yellow, blue, and green. So yeah, solid looking pieces. Hopefully the insert will be solid. Hopefully don't get these small pieces in here, because I'm not going to be able to get them out of there with my big finger. But that is everything inside the Wayfarers of the South Tigris box. I'm definitely excited, and I'm thinking these metal coins will make things even better than they already are. So yeah, let me know below if you've had a chance to play this one, what you've thought, if you're excited for it if you haven't played it yet. Otherwise, I hope to see you on the next one, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.